reverence for God, a lack of fear of the Lord, ultimately comes down to spiritual apathy, spiritual indifference. We've grown lazy. We've grown bored. We don't really care about God anymore. He's just an accessory that we've added on to our lives. We don't really come to church expecting a move from God, expecting to meet with God. And many times we don't even come to church at all because I'm too busy. I'm too tired. It's too hot outside. I don't really like some of the people there. I'm not really getting anything out of the messages. Grow up. Grow up. It's not about you or your feelings. I'm not here, Pastor David's not here, the other speakers that come here, the worship team, that we do all we do to facilitate this worship service. We're not performers, just here to entertain and amuse you. Stop being a consumer Christian. Is your religion boring? This is a quote from James Piles. He says, "Is your church or synagogue boring, not real, irrelevant? Maybe that's because you are. If you want something more out of your religion, start putting more into it. Stop acting like religion is something you've just added to your pre-existing life and start acting like you can't live without an active, pulsating, moment-by-moment encounter with God." Do you live that way? Do you exist as if you cannot live without the presence of God? Because literally you can't. Every breath you take is because He allows you to take it. He can strike you down at any moment. And it all comes down to a choice. It all comes down to a choice. Will you honor and fear the Lord your God regardless of your feelings or not? Because your feelings won't change unless you start making the choice to take active steps. Same thing in marriage. If you've lost your passion or the romance in your marriage, don't expect it to be rekindled. Don't expect that love to come back, that romance to come back, if you're just sitting around not doing anything about it. That romance and that passion and that fire in your marriage is restored when you take active, practical steps, when you make it a point to go on dates with that person, when you make it a point to spend quality time with them. If you've lost your passion for God, if you've lost your desire for God, it's not going to come back to you. Don't just sit around and wait. When the scriptures say, wait for the Lord, it's not a passive thing. It's an active pursuit of God. How many dates have you gone on with God lately? How much quality time have you spent with God lately? A week? Since the last time? A month? Maybe that's why you don't have a very good relationship with Him.